What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Shani here, and I'm back with another video. So today, I think I'm gonna be doing a little story time for y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a little story time. Wow, I fold up all these daggone clothes. I had to wash my baby clothes last night, so it was just mad late. So now I'm about to fold them up, give y'all a little story time. You know. So this story time is actually gonna be about the time I was working in the racetrack, and boy, boy, boy. I say I was working in the racetrack. I was working with big horses. I was gonna say big ASS, but I don't know. Kids gonna be watching here, but I just wanna, excuse my language. But I was working in the racetrack, and a horse stepped on my toe. So it's crazy. So I just remember, really, I think it was like, I want to say 2019 January. Or 2018 January. It was one of them. But I was working, I remember it was like January, it was like around January 20, no, it was like around the 19th of January. Either the 18th or the 19th in 2000. But all I remember really is that I was walking. So see, like when we in the barn, right? When you come inside the barn, it's like these big doors. So you got one in the middle, and then you have like one at the end and then one at the end. But you also, if the barn is big enough, you also have another door. So it's basically like 3 on the wall end, and then one like at the end and then at the end. So we have to walk the horse around in a circle around the barn. And in the middle part of the barn, that's where the stalls is. That's where the horses actually, they little stalls and stuff. So that's why you gotta walk around. So we walking in the dirt, and I'm walking the horse around. So the horse is about to go to the track. The exercise riders, they're about to go train the horses, take them to the track, and before they, jump on, they gotta jump on the horse. So us, the high walkers, we walking around with the horse around the barn, so the exercise rider could get on the horse. So before the exerciser get on, we gotta give the horse a couple of turns to stretch their legs. So that's basically what I was doing. I went around like once. When I got to, you could say probably like 3/4, because you could say it's like 4 ends of the barn. So when I got to like that 3rd corner, the horse, the door was open, and the horse, I guess, the horse seen something, heard something, I don't know, but the horse jumped, like, reared up. So his front feet went up, and it's on his back leg. So his front feet went up and came down, like, boom, right on my foot. I'm gonna insert the video, but yeah, the horse stepped on my toe, and all I know was like, I just felt pressure, like, and I just shanked the horse, like, boom. Because it's like, when you walking around, you holding the horse with a shank, like, we call it a shank. It looks like a chain with like I would say like a leather belt type. So it's like a chain up here, which you wrap around the horse mouth, and it clips. So we holding the horse, and the horse is next to me on this side. And it stepped on my right foot, the front of my foot. So when it stepped, like, you know, like your natural reaction, what it do. So that's what it did. My natural reaction just shanked the horse to get the horse off my foot. So when I did that, the horse got off my foot, but it was like, it was on. It was on my foot. It was really on my foot. So we walked around. Like, I really didn't feel nothing at that very moment until I literally went around again. So I did a whole nother turn, and that's when I started to feel the pain of my toe. When I say my toe was on fire, it was on fire. It was on fire. And all I could do is just, like, I just had to keep walking the horse. I walked the horse maybe, okay, so the horse stepped on my toe the first round. I walked the horse maybe two more rounds after that, like, kind of limping. So it wasn't, I didn't feel like it was bad at that moment. But once I, like, stopped walking and stuff like that, I told my boss, I'm like, his name was Jose. So I'm like, Jose, you know, this horse stepped on my foot, like, and I don't know, I need to check my foot out. So when I went in the room, checked my foot, you know, I'm checking my foot. I didn't see nothing really until, like, I took my sock off. When I took my sock off, the front of my toe, it was like, I wouldn't say like bad. My toenail wasn't off. It was just like, it seemed like I had little cuts. So I'm gonna show you that. I can't show y'all, but I'm gonna take a picture and I'm gonna show y'all. So that's how that happened. So I'm gonna show y'all, like, I'm gonna insert a clip of how my toe looked, cause I think I have a picture. I know I have a picture with I wrapped it up a little bit and stuff, but that happened. But when I told him, like, it was just bleeding a little bit, and he was like, "Oh, do you think you could still walk?" and stuff like that. I'm like, like, when he asked it, I'm like, no. But when, like, if he would have asked me that like 10 minutes ago before I sat down and checked my foot and stuff, I would have been like, probably like, yeah, you know, probably a little limpy, because I didn't see my foot and I didn't feel the pressure. Like, once the pressure came off my foot, like my foot came out my shoe and everything, that's when you start to feel everything. I was just like, it's unbelievable. And then, like, when I tell people, they be like, what? Like, a horse stepped on your foot? Yes, a horse stepped on my toe. Broke it and all. Crazy. Actually, it didn't break it. It just fractured my toe. It was fractured. And the nail part of the toe. So yeah, that was basically, that was that episode. I'm gonna give you one more, another juicy episode that happened to me in the racetrack. Like, it was plenty. So y'all gonna have a few stories, few videos of, you know, my little story time about the racetrack. But it was another episode, like, when I first started working with the horses. I had like maybe like 2 months in. I had 2 months in, and I started working with a newborn. And I will never forget this day. I started working with the new barn and maybe like the next week. So everything was smooth for one whole week when I got to this barn. Actually, you could say 2 months in a week. I was good, like, because at first we was working up in upstate in Saratoga. So then we came back down. We was working at Aqueduct Racetrack. So we were working in there, right? So I get to this new barn, and I'm working there, and maybe the first or second week, I'm working with that barn, and I didn't know because, just starting working with horses ever. This trainer, he likes the craziest horses. He want the wild horses. He want the horses that jump up, that rear up and do all the crazy shit. Kick while you walking and bite you and stuff like that. So I'm just like, you know me, I'm black. So I'm just like, man, listen, come with me, we fight. So whatever the case may be. So I'm walking this horse, right? I'm walking this horse. The next thing you know, this horse is like, run, run, run. And I'm looking like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? I was so tight. Man, listen, I was crying. I'm like, I started crying. I think I was like 19 at the time. I started crying. I'm like, oh no, I quit. I'm not working with these horses no more. I quit. Man, I said, like, looking back now, it's like that was the funniest thing that happened to me to Risha. Because I'm just like, man, listen. If they wasn't talking some sense to me and shit like that, I don't know. I probably would have really left them horses alone. Never came back to them. But it was just like, it was something different for me. I ain't gonna lie, I loved it. Honestly, I was really the type of person that, like, I always wanted a dog, but some dogs scared me, like pit bulls. They used to scare me, so it was like I was attracted to like the little dogs, maybe because they little, and I always wanted a pet, somebody that I could have close to me. So I'm like, so it was like I was scared of dogs, but I like dogs. I like dogs because I didn't have a dog myself, and it was like some dogs that I did ski, they scared me, like the way people used to have their dogs very aggressive and all of that. So I'm like, I don't know. So when I first started working with the horses, like, I'm like, I want to do it, but then I'm scared because I'm like, but then I'm also a type of person that don't say I can't do it because I'm going to prove you wrong. Once somebody be like, oh, you can't do, oh, I'm going to prove to you, baby. And then it's like, I'm not even only proving to you, I'm proving to myself because it be things that I never even did before. But don't tell me that I can't do it. That's one thing I learned. You want to do it, if you put your mind to it, you can do it. If you believe in it, you can achieve it. Remember that. If you put your mind to it, if you believe it, you can achieve it. So that's kind of what happened. That horse scared this. Honey, it scared me like no tomorrow. And I say it reared up and it did not want to come down. It reared up until somebody had to come get the horse from me. Like, I'm just holding the horse like this, crying like, like, somebody better come get this horse. Somebody better come get this horse. Come get this horse because I could have been dead. I could have been gone, honey. I could have been gone, like. And that's one thing too that I thank God about. Like, I literally was physically up on, like, when people talk about horses and stuff like that, they be like, oh, they're so dangerous, da 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 da. They are like, you know, you have dogs, they can be your pet, they have feelings, you know. Like, the only difference is that they don't know they weight, they don't know how big they are, they don't know that they literally sitting here hurting you, they don't know that. They mindset is not like how a dog is. A dog is fucking smarter than a fucking horse, you know. But they have feelings, you know. So that was kind of like my little broken toe story. A little broken toe story in the racetrack. But yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. If you like this video, let me know any content y'all would like me to do. Stay happy. Have a productive day. And come back. Come back. I would like to see y'all. I would like to enjoy y'all company.